I get started, I just want to make a quick public service announcement. As many of you know, and many of you have unfortunately experienced over the past couple of weeks, there has been severe flooding in Burlington. And if you can find it, when you have the time or the opportunity, please consider donating to the United Way of Burlington and Hamilton, because they are accepting donations for the thousands of Burlington residents who are suffering from flood damage. So please just keep that on your radar, and I hope that you will contribute when you have the moment. So thank you. So without further ado, I would like to thank Ken, Matthew, Marianne, Roland, for those very kind words and that wonderful introduction. I really appreciate you taking the time and nominating me this evening. So can we all please thank everyone who had a part in this evening. Bienvenue à ma famille, mes amis, mes voisins. Merci d'être ici avec moi ce soir. Bienvenido a mi familia, mis amigos, mis vecinos. Gracias por estar aquí conmigo esta noche. Welcome to my family, friends, and neighbors. Thank you for being here with me this evening. As we've heard, we have a lot to be excited about here in Burlington. For the first time in Burlington's history, we elected a Liberal, Eleanor McMahon, to Queen's Park. But you know what's really terrific? Is that that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning of the Liberal wave that's going to take Burlington by storm over the next year. I want us all to remember this moment, because this is the moment the tide turns in Burlington federally. We have come together tonight to take our first step as friends, as neighbors, as Canadians, towards a progressive, strong voice for our community in Parliament. Anytime you feel like clapping, go ahead, we'll take it. I am deeply, deeply honored to stand here before you as the candidate for the Liberal Party of Canada in Burlington. Seeing all of you here this evening is both heartening and motivating. J'ai l'immense honneur ce soir d'être nommée en tant que candidate pour le Parti libéral ici à Burlington, et j'ai hâte d'entamer cette longue route vers le Parlement. Je m'engage dès ce moment à faire tout ce qui est en mon pouvoir pour qu'en Burlington ait un candidat libéral à Ottawa en 2015. My commitment to you this evening is that I will do everything I possibly can to win back the Liberals, to win back Burlington for the Liberals in the next federal election. As many of you know, and as many of you have experienced, this will not be an easy battle. It will require a lot of work, dedication, and energy. And I promise you all three. I am incredibly motivated to get started. While we have an uphill battle ahead of us over the next year, it will not be so difficult, because it's about doing what I love, connecting with people, my community, listening to the issues that affect us, and spreading a vision of Canada that I am passionate about. Our job, all of us tonight in this room, is to light the fire of civic engagement in the hearts and minds of our fellow constituents here in Burlington, to inspire and encourage them to support a party and a candidate that will reflect Canadian values. That is, with a party and a leader that will make decisions and design policies with the aim that every Canadian resident and citizen has the opportunity to reach their potential. It is on these two concepts that I want to focus my thoughts tonight: opportunity and potential. As many of you know, I grew up here in Burlington. This community provided me with incredible ways to get involved and to nurture my leadership skills. In fact, some of my teachers from high school are present in the room this evening, and each of them played a pivotal role in encouraging me to reach for my dreams and take risks. One such opportunity was provided when I was selected to attend Forum for Young Canadians in Ottawa when I was in grade 11, to represent my high school, Robinson, for 1 week on Parliament Hill. It is important federal programs like Forum, J'Explore, Canada World Youth, and previously Katimavik, which enable Canadian youth to challenge themselves and build bridges across cultures and communities. It was during that week on the Hill that I got my first real taste of what public service means and what it can be. While I attended Forum, former Secretary General of the United Nations, Kofi Annan, addressed Parliament. He repeated the words of Her Excellency Governor General Adrienne Clarkson as she expressed the desire for Canada to have a role of pride and influence in the world, to bring Canadian values to international affairs, and to create a world where fairness, justice, and decency reign. It was this moment that truly inspired me to serve my country. It is this objective that I fear has been cast aside over the past 8 years. Where are, I ask you, the Canadian values of fairness, justice, and decency today when we reflect on our current government's policy towards not-for-profit organizations who advocate for our environment? Or how about when it comes to refugees who lack access to health care? Or how about when it comes to working with and respecting stalwart institutions of Canadian democracy, like the CBC, the Senate, Elections Canada, or the Supreme Court? Under this government, we are losing the moral authority we once held. Pierre Trudeau once said, "The Canadian ideal, which we have tried to live, is really an act of defiance against the history of mankind." It is my hope that our great nation continues to defy human history. Our country was not built on fear. It was built on hope and hard work. Recent comments made by a certain political party about a particular leader should never enter our national dialogue. Our diversity is what makes us strong. Our unity is what makes us leaders. Divisive, fear-mongering language is simply not the language of Canadians. I am immensely proud to carry the banner of a party that is focused on Canadians. A party that is committed to enacting evidence-based policy and that will govern for the benefit of us all. J'ai l'immense fierté de participer à un parti politique focalisé sur les Canadiens, un parti dédié à mettre en œuvre des politiques fondées sur des données factuelles et qui gouvernera pour le bénéfice de tous les Canadiens. I am really excited about the direction the Liberal Party is taking in Canada, because with Justin and our outstanding team, we have a party that has a vision of Canada. We are thinking not just about what we are, but about the society that we can be in the very best sense of the word. In order for our community and our country to thrive, we need to ensure all of us have access to the services we need at every stage of our lives, and that our policy environment is such that it enables each of us to flourish. This includes access to affordable and educational childcare services, affordable housing for newcomers and seniors, an efficient and reliable transportation network. Yeah, transportation. Yeah. As Marianne mentioned, one of the topics that is close to my heart is both international trade and innovation. And I think we need a focus on fostering an innovative, global-oriented economy to ensure dignified jobs in what is an increasingly competitive and challenging world market. We need to have a real and tangible national dialogue on mental health. And we need to ensure that we have sustainable farming practices and the ongoing ability to produce quality food locally here in Canada. When it comes to international affairs, a balanced and fair approach. Because international politics, it's not black and white. There's a lot of gray, and there's no room to pander only to specific groups. It's also about not just restoring funding and respect to our environmental agencies across the country, particularly for me when it comes to our Great Lakes, but having a thoughtful and consensual plan when it comes to managing our natural resources as well. And anyways, these are just some of the issues, but these are all issues in which the federal government must be not just a partner, but a leader. As a young woman, as it was mentioned, I can't deny that fact. I am both young and a woman. But yeah, thank you. But as such, I am committed to being an advocate for youth and for women, particularly in these difficult times for so many in my generation. As I've mentioned to many of you on different occasions, it is crucial that my generation participate in this election, as the party that forms the next government will determine the policy trajectory of our adult lives. We cannot afford to sit on the sidelines. I have been truly overwhelmed by the support I have received throughout the nomination process, and I would like to take a moment to thank all of you here this evening for your words of encouragement, your financial contributions, which perhaps are past, present, or future, and your hard work for helping me to get to where I am today. I would like to make special mention of my family, my husband, Alberto Gerones, my parents. Oh. It's good. He should get used to this because he's not sure what he signed up for, but he'll find out. Anyways, I'd also like to thank my parents, Geza and Peter Gould, my brothers, Jonah, Aaron, and Noah, my uncle Don, and my aunt Ruth, my cousins Don and Dave, who are here this evening. And I would like to make special mention of my 91-year-old grandmother, Lily, who has always been a particular source of inspiration and strength for me, and who made a special trek in from Hamilton this evening. So if we could all give her a So to my family, your love and support throughout the years have been unconditional, and your challenges around the holiday dinner table have been indefatigable. Believe me, when it comes to Parliament, I'm well trained. So, but my Uncle Don really appreciated that one. There are many others that I would like to thank and to acknowledge for their tireless support and who made it possible for me to be here this evening, who have been with me from the beginning since I declared that I was seeking the nomination. Adil Zafar, Nick Morrow, Johnny Fournier, Claire LaRocca, Alicia Sangera, Jose Arboledo, Natalie Cross, Chris Holton, Samantha Vanderheiden, Monia Nadia Eno, Nithya Nanth, Justin Scherer, and many, many others. So if we could take a moment to please thank them. Merci de votre appui. Gracias por el apoyo. Thank you all for your support. What's even more exciting is that this is just the beginning of the all-star team that's coming for Burlington over the coming year. I have just 2 words for my opponents. Watch out. As I said earlier, my commitment to you is to give my all and to make sure that in 2015 we have a Liberal Member of Parliament representing Burlington. Yes. But in return, I need your continued support. My challenge to you this evening is for each of you in this room to make a commitment as to how you're going to help me achieve my objective. I cannot do this alone. I need each and every one of you to stand beside me. So, to wrap things up, I would like to say thank you again for being here with me during this exciting moment in my life and for the future of our community. I very much look forward to the coming year as we have the incredible opportunity to encourage Burlington to reach its full potential. Tonight, we start painting the town red.